Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We are going to continue with our series detailing all the content in Owlcat's new DLC, Dance of Mass. This time, we're going to walk through True Aeon. Hopefully, you all enjoyed the walkthrough of the Swarm and will enjoy this one just as much. Let's go ahead and dive in.
Come closer, don't be shy. Look at these pretty little cats. They make great companions, and they'll bring you good luck. Well, well, it seems like that one's taken quite a shine to you. I'm not surprised. You do look mighty fine in that costume of yours, laddie. So what do you say? Would you like to have one of these little beauties?
Examine the cat more closely. Although the cat looks completely ordinary, you do detect faint traces of magic.
Well, what do you think? I'm telling you, my cat's lucky, and so are her little ones. It runs in the family. You should take one, laddie. You won't regret it.
I know that you and your cat aren't what you pretend to be.
But how? You... Damn it all, run!
A long line of people stands between you and the entrance to the market square, blocking your view of the gates. Once you join the waiting crowds, you will not be able to leave without losing your place in line. Join the line. The gathered crowds are dressed in an assortment of vibrant costumes. Some of the outfits are clearly custom made, the work of skilled artisans and tailors. Others look like they have been hastily cobbled together at the last minute, yet all of them bear a striking resemblance to the attire worn by you and your companions.
Mommy, look! Another person dressed up as the commander! Mommy, look!
Silence the boy with a stern look.
Mommy, he's staring at me! Mommy!
What do you want now? Oh my, look at you! I must know, where did you get that costume, mister?
Others begin to take notice. Some praise your costume, while others argue that you look nothing like the commander. You hear jokes and laughter and catch snippets of nearby conversations. Everyone is talking about you. Requires Aeon Mythic Path. Bring order to the crowd. Your current approach to entering the gates is disorganized and inefficient. I will change that. What's going on? Is that one of the commander's powers? The power of your words brings order to the chaos, and the crowd begins to move with organized precision. The surprised townsfolk look at you in shock as they file into a perfect line. The townsfolk stare at you in awe. Some of them take up the cry, the commander is here. Even the guards standing near the city walls whisper among themselves and point in your direction. You have certainly made your presence known.
Welcome.
A tall man in colorful clothes, face hidden behind a mask, greets you with a polite bow.
As I live and breathe, it's the Knight Commander. It is a great honor for Canabras to receive you. If it weren't for you, there would be no city and no celebration.
I know that you have broken the law. It's time for you to confess. I've heard of your extraordinary powers, but I never imagined you'd use them on me someday. The Herald bows his head. Well then, I confess that I have not secured this position through my own merit. Instead, I relied on certain connections. Greetings, my lord. The refined elf bows deeply, a statue leaning behind him. I am honored that you have deigned to notice my humble stall of wondrous items. Would you like to take a closer look? I can see that you are hiding something. Am I? The elf lets out a heavy sigh. He glances warily over to the statue next to him. Well, I do regret my actions, so I might as well confess. This statue is a town guard. He wouldn't leave me alone. I finally lost my temper and turned the buffoon into stone to give myself a few hours of respite. Let me remove the spell. The magic enveloping the statue dissipates. The guard wakes up from petrification, blinks slowly, and stares at you in confusion. What? What's going on? You pointy-eared scoundrel! You turned me, an officer of the law, into a boulder! Oh, you're in for it now. The elf sighs heavily and shakes his head. I was so hoping I would be spared from hearing your droning voice again today. Come on, leave your cart and all to the dungeon you go. Move it! You had an ulterior motive for pestering the merchant, didn't you? Of course, he wanted me to pay him off. I never said that. The guard's nostrils flare in anger, but he suddenly sounds uncertain. Why was he turned into a statue? Because I was so unbearably tired of him. At first he wouldn't let me into the city, and he insisted on inspecting each item from every angle. And when he finally let me in, he wouldn't leave me alone. He just wouldn't stop yammering. I humbly endured his company for 5 hours. I have experienced many things in my nearly 400 years of life, but by the grace of Callistra, never before have 5 hours felt quite so long. So I turned him into a statue, but not permanently. He would have been restored to his pasty, flabby form later this evening. The elf glares at the guard with open disgust. Insulting an officer of the law, are you? I'll tie you up better than any trinket and put you straight behind bars. How long have you been petrified? I don't know. I feel like I've only been asleep for a minute. I mean, I know I was a statue, but I didn't feel anything. It was the quietest and most peaceful hour I have had today. The merchant broke the law and should be punished for his transgression. Just wonderful. I'm going to spend today in such delightful company. The elf rolls his golden eyes. Today, you're going to spend years in the company of criminals like yourself. Come on.
I'm not touching that.
Hey, do not touch, shouts a young-looking dwarf. A young dwarf woman and a slightly older dwarf man stand to the side and exchange worried glances. You're robbing the townsfolk. No, we mean no harm. No, we need. The dwarf's speech sounds awkward, as if he is struggling with your language. You are breaking the law and should be held accountable. We cannot go to jail. We cannot. The dwarf's voice is trembling. Who are you? Clan Opt. We are many, 24 younglings, 6 graybeards too. We live in a large hut to the west of here. Zerd is my name. Why are you robbing the townsfolk? To feed the clan. Blight took the harvest. Demons butchered the castle. We are in the city 2 months. We look for work. Nobody wants to pay. We did not want to steal. Why are you the only one talking? Clan Ott came from across the sea long ago, before the womb. We live far from humans, alone. We do not speak your language well. Lawful, summon the guards. You must answer for your misdeeds. The door's anxious whispers sound confused. The guards arrive before the thieves realize what is going on. So that's where the brigands were hiding. We'll put them away where they belong now. Don't you worry. Don't! I am begging you. We have to feed the clan. A group of people, all dressed in the same strange clothing, turn to you, distracted from their magical ritual. Their faces are hidden by bizarre masks.
Demons and their minions don't put this much effort into their costumes and ritual sites. This is something new.
Ah, Commander. I admit we weren't expecting you here, but your arrival is most fortuitous. By some miracle, you managed to discover my secret back at the gates. But now I will have my revenge.
Who are you, and what's going on here?
We are humble servants of the greatest of gods, the only one worthy of worship. Gah, I've been in cat form for too long.
Our agents have infiltrated Canobris. The gates, the square, the temple. We are everywhere. Our lord has something for you. Let's call it a business proposal. An offer you will not be able to refuse. That is all I will tell you.
Do you have my companions? None of the cultists answer you. They may be smirking under their mask, or they may truly know nothing about your companions. Who exactly do you serve?
The living god, the wisest and strongest of all, master of the 31 steps. We are here by the will of Razmir, and we won't leave until that will is fulfilled.
I've heard a lot about Razmir and cultists, and none of it good. The entire nation worships some mortal who calls himself a god.
Commander, Razmir was not invited to Canabris, nor were any Razmiran diplomats. These spies are here unlawfully.
Unlawfully? We'll have to force them to obey the law! Enough! Surrender!
Oh no, it is you who will have to surrender, Commander. Seize them! Such is the will of Razmir.
Heads will roll!
Cultists of Razmir. Now there's a group I never expected to see in Canabris.
Not a day's rest. As soon as you stop to catch your breath, new cultists are breathing down your neck.
Can we assume they are no longer a threat to the city?
This is not the cult's main force. There must be others in Canabris.
First prize, Commander. Be proud. Few are given such an honor. You have earned a personal audience with me, the living god, Razmir himself.
If you wanted to talk, you could have just sent an ambassador to dressing. Why all this drama?
We'd best keep quiet, Knight Commander. We'll talk later, face to face. What's this? Oh, it seems I underestimated you. I suppose I can answer a question or two, but let's not interrupt the spectacle. No need to worry our audience unnecessarily. And certainly no need to waste my precious time. In Dresden, your citadel, we'd have talked on your terms before entering into any negotiations. I always try to secure the most advantageous position for myself. As a fellow strategist, I'm sure you understand. And so, here is our winner. And here is his prize.